It's like the vicious part, that didn't go too long. The dick grabbing part.
That went on forever.
They made a, oh man, they made a whole bit out of that.
No,
You know, last week we did a drunk show and watched. You know, the reason why we drink is these movies drive us. Man. We watch all these bad movies. We do that on purpose. We watch bad movies that just give us an excuse to drink, man. Give us a reason. The kind of movies where people say, we don't blame you.
Yes, that's why we do it.
Yes, exactly.
Like you mean movies?
That's exactly. It has nothing to do with our budding alcoholism.
Budding, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say full blown.
Yeah, we better stop, Martin.
Yeah, we don't want it to go too far. we don't want to make a habit out of it.
We better start watching some good movies, man. We don't want to become alcoholics. Tammy and the T-Rex. You know, that's a movie that we watched last week.
I can't get over that its other title is Tanny and the Teenage T-Rex.
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Talk about all these things that are coming up, man. Yeah, it's a movie, I don't even know what the fuck it is. It really don't. It really don't, man. And this is a movie about a young high school student played by Paul Walker in his first movie, I believe. You know, and you know, it sounds like a kid's film.
It does.
When you listen to this, you know, Paul Walker's a kid who gets his brain put into a T-Rex. But because he gets his brain put into a T-Rex, you know, that does not mean that he wants to stop having fun. In fact, they say that now that his brain is in a T-Rex, he's literally a party animal. You know? They say, you know, just because he's got his brain in a T-Rex doesn't mean that he doesn't like to do the things that teenagers do.
Dinosaur.
Bitch, what? Yo, listen to the music. You know, man, you listen to the premise, you listen to the music, you see old ragged ass T-Rex that they got, and you're like, man, this is fun for the whole family right here. This is practically a Disney Channel movie.
Kids love dinosaurs.
And kids love dinosaurs. What kid doesn't love dinosaurs? They'll love this movie. They have to watch this. No. Keep them away from this shit right here. And I'm not even talking about because it's bad. You know, you put your kids in front of bad stuff all the time.
Sure.
And you just walk out the room.
Yeah, most of the stuff they want to see is bad.
Exactly.
But this.
Keep those motherfuckers away from this. If this is something that disturbed us, it will traumatize them. Mm-hmm. It's actually way more disturbing. Now, you know, compared to some things that, look, it ain't like Silence of the Lambs or some shit like that. But when you go expecting like a cute family romp, this will throw you the hell off, man.
Even when you tell the truth, nobody believes it anymore.
It was a dinosaur.
What? It's in a truck being driven by your back.
The dinosaur flipped somebody off. Did you see that? That's so disturbing.
And of course, the black friend is gay.
Oh, you wouldn't even know, man.
Oh, he's gay as hell.
Yeah, he's gay as First of all, even before we get to any kind of disturbing parts of it, before we get into anything that's weird with it, the movie can't even, we just talked about this, the movie can't even decide what it wants to be. It can't even decide what it wants to be called. We were looking at this and like they keep, everything you find, it will say Tammy and the T-Rex. When the movie starts out, it says Tammy and the Teenage T-Rex. Shit, and that don't throw you, that sounds like a children's book.
It does.
You know?
Yeah, look at the font. Yeah.
It's especially confusing since nobody calls her Tanny.
Everybody calls her Tammy. The internet calls her Tammy. The reviews call her Tammy. You know, who is this goddamn Tanny?
Exactly.
Who is Tanny?
I am fascinated to know how this happened.
You know, all you had to do was just go in. You know what you could have even done? You could just gone and just put lines on those ends. Right? You know, it's not that hard.
Yep, 2 lines would have done it. 2
lines, a simple 2 lines. You know, a yellow marker would have done that shit. it keeps going back and forth. You know, not only with the title or anything. It's like, you know, the title's probably the most straightforward thing in the movie, and the title's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah.
This goes from being disturbing to comedic to disturbing to comedic, and it just does this back and forth. It does it in seconds. Goes from being disturbing to comedic in seconds. It's like mentally watching a crazy ass tennis match.
And it's not like an Evil Dead 2 where there's a bit of tongue in cheek, but can also be disturbing, but it all kind of flows together. You get what they're doing. This has two personalities.
It's got
at least two.
You will spend this whole movie. You're gonna get whiplash. You're gonna be like, God damn, that's crazy. God damn, that's crazy. That's fucked up. That's crazy. You know, you're gonna be doing this through the whole film. Because it's almost like they just don't know what they're doing. It's almost like some people dropped 2 scripts at the same time and picked them up and got them mixed together, man.
Somebody was walking down the street. And
it's like in Frankenstein. He drops the wrong brain and goes, "Oh, I get this other one."
Hell yeah. You got your kids movie in my horror flick. You got your horror flick in my goddamn kids. You know, okay, let's just make it.
Well, it's all together now.
Let's just make one movie now. You good? Yeah, let's go. The movie starts with this attack by bullies, and we say that Stephen King, but Stephen King ain't got nothing on these motherfuckers, man.
Uh-oh.
These are more than bullies. These are goddamn sociopaths, man.
They reminded me of the bullies in Shazam, where those bullies would just drive up and hit a crippled kid with their car in front of everybody and then get out and beat him up.
But that's the only thing they did. Yeah, that's the only thing they did. These motherfuckers finished the job. You know, they come back. You know, they go. You know, this goes beyond like a schoolyard tussle. They want to see people die.
It's cool.
Stop it! Billy, do it!
Oh,
do it! They have a.
Where did the girl from Carrie jump in?
I know. That bitch got a bloodlust.
She does.
Yeah, she's throwing bats with spikes in them into the ring. Get him, goddammit, get him! Get him, Billy! They are insane, man. They're sociopaths. They belong either in jail or the mental home for the criminally insane. It goes from disturbing to comedic. Hey, man, it is not 2 seconds before he's beating the shit out this dude to where it to nut grabbing.
But he was getting with him for a minute, though.
Yeah.
Cartoon sound effects and everything.
That mother, he pulled a Kevin Spacey on him. Give me that dick, goddamn. Give me that dick.
Yeah, the one's a man from Nantucket. Yeah.
You know, man, you start thinking, shit, maybe that's why the bully's name is Billy. Sound familiar? Yeah. Bully's name is Billy, and that's, you know, you think like
the bully is Billy.
The bully's Billy the bully. You start thinking, well, shit, maybe Billy is maybe Billy want to
right.
Paul Walker, which I don't blame Paul Walker's pretty as hell in this, man. He almost rivals Denise Richards, but
that's why he beat him up because he's like, you making my dick hard.
Yeah, exactly. Like this mother. Like his masculinity is getting, you know, but he really grabbed his balls, man. That ain't acting, because Paul Walker was never that good of an actor in the beginning. he hurt that fool. That shit hurt. His masculinity is driving him insane. He says, if I don't kill you, I will have to have sex with you. You must die.
It's the only way to purge these feelings.
Yeah. Everybody saw me in the locker room.
And it's funny too because
you can have your girlfriend. I don't want her.
And you can, man, y'all think I'm lying? You can tell that the dude is probably a little bit gay because we're talking about like 90s gay. You know, because dudes, they wore the tears in their pants, but they wore them on the front and the knees and shit. And this dude got his tear right underneath his ass cheek. So yeah.
Easy access.
Yeah.
Look how we got him down too.
Yeah.
Oh, I told you.
Got him down, ass up. Look at that.
Knees ass.
Looking like a bitch with his ass, literally ass hanging out. Yeah. Come on, man.
Can't let that dude whip your ass.
Yeah. Come on, man. If that wasn't enough, like, you know, it's like the vicious part that didn't go too long. The dick grabbing part
That went on forever.
they made a oh man they made a whole bit out of that. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They put your boy in the heat. They put your boy in the heat. Mother absolutely worthless.
Yeah.
Fucking worthless.
But you said before. God damn it.
He enjoying that show way too much. Motherfucker just do the gay friend. Just do a goddamn thing because he's having too much of a good time watching two motherfuckers grab each other's dick. Didn't do nothing.
Violently grab each other's dicks.
Yeah, get him. Billy ain't got nothing on you. Get him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, going on and on.
Break it up! What the hell's going on here?
No, don't break it up. I'm almost there.
All right.
Officer, you got a cigarette?
All right. Oh, back to class.
Same time tomorrow by the old tree.
That's why he picks up. He just starts fighting with Paul Walker just so he can jack off. That's the way he gets off.
I grabbed yours.
I know.
Now, come on.
You know, he probably starts fights with him. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna grab my dick? Huh? Grab it, man. How dare you?
No, seriously, grab it.
Oh, yeah, like that. Oh.
You got me.
All right, good match.
You need some sanitizer?
That's some shit when you get the hose on these motherfuckers, man.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't he Tammy's friend, and he didn't really know Paul Walker that well at this point?
But he's cheering him on right here.
You're not squeezing much, Michael.
Oh, God damn. Get up, Michael. He ain't got nothing down there, Michael.
I don't get. He's getting turned on, but they're violently grabbing each other's dicks.
Yeah.
This ain't no stroke fest.
Did you hear him?
Hey,
like,
man.
he's not cheering for his friend to get out of there. Stop. He's like, squeeze him harder, Michael.
You're not squeezing much, Michael.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey,
Squeeze him, Michael.
Everybody's into something.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess
Byron.
so.
Byron, the gay nigga.
With a dashiki on.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, Black Panther got nothing on this shit right here. This was made in the 90s, and this is probably one of the most accurate things in the movies. When he's dressed like this. You know, back in the 90s, that's when black people used to dress up like they were going to be in an African children's television show. You know, when you see, you know, we wore all those colors and big-ass clothes and hats and shit. He's only in the movie to sit up there and cheer on people and grabbing each other's dicks or do whatever, everything that every other gay character did in the 80s and the 90s, just be overly dramatic and flamboyant.
And the best friend of the hot girl.
And the best friend of the hot girl. And at some point, they get the vapors so hard. They get so dramatic. They get so flamboyant that, and this was a thing in the 80s and 90s, they just have to faint.
Helga, take him to the morgue.
Oh, I'm going. And don't try to revive me.
Don't worry, I won't.
She is not having it.
What's up with Nurse McHorror over there, too?
You don't even know.
Oh,
Stay
Lord.
tuned. Stay tuned. I'll tell you Nurse Mac Ho in a minute. Even with all the dick grabbing and everything, it feels like just a silly PG movie.
It does.
From the 80s or 90s.
Uh-huh. Except.
Even when they intro the T-Rex, man. When they intro the T-Rex, which they never explain how they got it. They are what it is. It's like, is it a real dinosaur or is it a robot? Was it thawed out from the Ice Age? Is it cloned like Jurassic Park style? They don't ever give an answer.
Well, the doctor keeps talking about his invention, which made me think that it was a robot that he built.
But see, invention could be like, I have the invention, the computer to control this robot.
Right.
Believe me, they don't explain shit on that.
Yeah, it's not clearly defined.
All we know is that at the moment, it can't move because it's hooked up to a big computer, and it's strong enough to lift 90 pounds. Mm-hmm. It's trying to lift 90 pounds with one rubber glove. Get this out my face. that little rubber hand, that shit changes so many sizes in the movie. This T-Rex is almost like Reed Richards, man. For one minute it's an actual T-Rex arm, then the next minute that shit is stretched across the room. You know, it's doing all. Look at this shit.
Sounds like brain.
You see how far that little arm is away from?
Oh, that was awful. You saw the guy's hand in there.
Yeah. He be working that little arm, man.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look how fake this is, man. They don't give a about proportion in this at all. Look at this. You can even see this dude. Look at this. Look how that's
clearly a glove.
That's a glove that you clean the kitchen with.
Yeah.
You know?
It's so bad.
I can tell you what happened with this this story and why we get no real explanation on this dinosaur right here, on this T-Rex. It's because they worked backwards. What happened was they had the budget just to build a T-Rex.
Right.
And then after that, they said, you know what, just build it. We'll work into the story later. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And they never really figured it out. So what they did was it's a remote control animatronic. That's what it is. And they actually, so they don't have no clever story for it. They know the shit looks fake when it's moving because it looks like an animatronic. So what they do is they make that part of the movie. They actually make the remote control aspect of this a part of the film.
The eyes!
How about those babies? Beautiful. Beautiful!
You see how far those hands are from his head? You see
They can never reach his head.
And then later on,
compared
it's like
to this right here. Hey, girl. Yeah, he's controlling this whole thing, and they're making a whole scene out of it.
It's mouth!
Calm your ass down, man. You know, they worked that into the movie.
He gets to play a living person for once. I mean, he's happy as hell.
I know, he's put a lot of life in that too.
Yeah.
The mouth!
And because of that, he tried out every accent he knows throughout this movie.
Oh,
really?
that accent comes and goes, man. For one minute he's from Germany, another minute he's from Brooklyn, man.
It's mouth!
What the f was that? What accent was that? The movie just stopped to say, look at what we bought. The movie just stopped to show you dudes playing with a toy. It's a big ass toy, is what it is, a remote control toy. Because they got, like Martin said, they got it back in like. You mean it can't? Can it walk? Nope.
He got it back.
No.
You didn't ask for all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I cost you extra.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
You can take this Chuck E. Cheese and let them sing some songs. Let them entertain some birthday kids.
You want to see your work order? That wasn't on there.
Yeah, you didn't say you want them legs to move.
Said nothing about walking or moving or looking realistic.
All right, that shit.
Yeah, well, get what you pay for. Shit, you might as well put a banjo in that motherfucker and let them sing happy birthday. You know, we still ain't at an area where it's like, all right, this is not, I'm not disturbed yet. I'm still laughing. You know, I'm still having fun. Bullies start kind of amping things up a little bit when they just show you that they don't run the school, they run the whole town. They don't give a fuck. You know, you know how they don't give a fuck about kids. They don't give a shit about parents.
Yep.
They just
bum rush their way.
They just busted. They SWAT parents, man.
I know what you're doing out there!
No bully would
man.
ever go busting in somebody else.
They busted through that door.
They'd be in jail.
They be in jail.
I know what you're doing out there!
It's over. That bitch is up there. Get her.
Yeah, I know.
Get his ass. You right now.
Yeah. He ratted his ass out. I'm up there. I don't even like that dude. Go get him.
Second door to the left.
Just don't hit me. Fuck, please. And take my wallet. It's right upstairs. Yeah, man. They busted in and kidnapped Paul Walker, man. Kidnapped his ass. They busted. These motherfuckers bust into an adult's home to commit a crime besides
felony.
Breaking and entering. Yeah, felony. They busted in like to kidnap somebody and eventually commit murder. This is when.
Wait, what?
This is when
these bullies are not around.
they run this town. They don't run the school. They run this town. I told you, they are gangs of the wasteland. They don't give a shit about anybody. When they kidnap Paul Walker, they take him. This is the funny shit right here. They take him to a wildlife preserve, or like a wildcat preserve right here.
I mean, they beat the shit out of him.
And yeah,
first.
Where the lions and panthers, the lions and panthers here, they must have a great life. And these animals here, like these lions and these panthers up in here, they must have got a good deal to stay here, because they can leave anytime they want. That little ragged ass gate can't keep in. There's look at this little ass fence right here. This little ass fence. There's no guard at night. So these must have a really good thing going here, because they don't leave at all. The trees. Look at this gate right here.
Going over the gate.
And look how high the trees are. They could jump off of a limb over the fence if they wanted to. They're like, nah, we got a good thing going.
Yeah, we love this place here.
Yeah, this is the life.
The bullies will bring us some more food.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm about to say, especially when y'all do, when y'all do Uber Eats with human beings and shit. They must have called ahead and told the lion that they were coming, because that lion was waiting on their ass. The moment they drop Paul Walker off in that park, that lion comes immediately out of the shadows. My food here?
Didn't even give him a running head start.
No. Come here, bitch. That lion chases his ass down.
Look how slow he's running, too.
Lion don't give a shit.
He knows he's going to catch him.
Yeah. That lion's playing with his food right now.
I was going to look how slow Paul Walker was running.
That lion's just trotting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get you.
That lion said, you know, my food tastes better with fear. You know, build it up.
The last dude could run fast, too.
Now he put in the work right here. And I tell you, man, he took his time, because he said, you know what? When I get you, I'm going to maul the shit out your ass. So the more you make me run, the worse it's going to be. And Paul Walker must have made his ass run a little bit too much. Yeah, he mauls the shit out of him, man. And that is the part where we're all like, what kind of movie am I watching right now?
Yeah, it ain't Disney Channel no more.
Yeah. But, you know, even then, it's just kind of like, you know what?
It's not even 80s comedy anymore.
That lion mauls the shit out of him. That is why we are so relieved to find out just a minute later that there's not a scratch on Paul Walker. not one. Not one.
Yeah, a little bit of a bruise. That's about it.
It was almost like the lion just kind of punched him in the eye a little bit, because all he has is just a bruise right here.
Oh boy, stop crying! I ain't hurt you.
Yeah, get up. It's almost like that lion. It's almost like the lion was trying to fuck him instead of you know. Yeah, that Paul Walker didn't have a scratch on him, man.
How does he get out of there?
He's just too pretty.
Not just too pretty, man. He heals that quickly. The prettiness, no Band-Aid or anything, man. I guess this is kind of a wacky comedy. I mean, that was a little too intense, y'all. Y'all went a little too far, but okay, we back to where we need to be. Oh, by the way, these Billy the Bully, he must have a tracking device on Paul Walker's character, because he follows that motherfucker everywhere he goes. Called him in the hospital. I went to the hospital.
I came to finish the job.
Came to finish the job. Yeah, came to finish the job. And on top, and you know what? And what's funny about it is like everywhere he goes, people go for them nuts.
Come on, come with me
I don't
now.
belong to you.
You just do what I tell you.
You better start wearing a goddamn cup down there.
Or
He ain't
a
gonna
cod
have
piece.
A cod piece, because ain't gonna have nothing left.
Or, this is crazy, stop slapping women in public. I mean,
Better yet, just stop with people in general.
Sure.
Go on about your life, man. That girl, she don't want you.
Right.
She don't want you, man.
Do what I say.
Like Martin said, it's turning some Pop-Out Bluto shit. Yeah. You know, this is not so violent after all. This is okay. Come on, kids. Come on in and watch the movie. You know, it's fine. It's fine.
We overreacted.
We overreacted. I mean, they can't even show blood after a lion attack. But that was the movie with us. that was a MacGuffin. That was just to throw your ass off, get you all disturbed and pull back and get you all feeling safe and get you back like, oh shit, it's not safe. This is where it goes off. Is at this point that the mad scientist comes in to get Paul Walker's character, Roger, whatever his name is.
Michael.
And once that mad scientist gets him, that's where everything starts to go off. You know, because all of this begins with them putting. I can tell exactly where it starts in the movie. It starts when they have to put Paul Walker's brain, Michael, Michael's brain into the T-Rex because in order to get to the brain, they got to cut through the meat and bone, and they show that shit.
No pain, no gain, you know. I mean, if you're going to make an omelet, you have to break a few eggs, right?
You know why he cracking jokes? You know,
And she's smoking.
She's smoking right
She's
up on
smoking,
real
yeah.
sanitary environment there.
And Billy, what you don't know from seeing this right here, Paul Walker is not dead at this point.
No.
He was on the table. He just woke up on, hey, what's going on?
Sit your ass back down.
Yeah, the nurse punches him and knocks him out.
Yeah.
And then that's when they start cutting.
Well,
his brain
the
out.
thing is like they don't give him no anesthetic at all. You know, the only anesthetic that he has is just like sleep.
Right.
And, you know, once you start cutting on somebody, they're gonna wake up and be like, hey, what the fuck is going on?
What's going on?
Shut the fuck up.
I wasn't even a good punch.
Shut the fuck up. Nighty night.
Yeah.
Go back to Betty Bob, bitch.
She used that Russian shot
Oh,
putter.
the Helga, yeah. I heard the Helga, yeah.
But as I said, man, this is where you start flip-flopping too. At this point, it's like, oh shit, this is a real horror movie right here. But then it starts going into like goofy-ass comedy. We see them operating on on Paul Walker's mannequin right here.
Oh, God, it's awful.
They say that when they do this, they say, you know what, this is the perfect time for a dick joke.
Watch this one. Watch this.
Shit, I almost went up and fake Swayze's mouth right there. Hey, what the f you doing?
I told you one time.
Hey, stop doing this shit. You did it last time.
Billy shows up. I heard something
Oh, the
going
gay
down.
And I have to say though, as it goes along, even though it keeps dipping into comedy, the kills they kind of made me get
Nauseous.
nauseous. They threw me back a little bit. Like I was kind of taken aback by the violence and the way it came down.
The disembowelments.
The beheadings, like this dude,
decapitations.
the decapitations. I mean, it's a T-Rex. I give them this much. They like, you know, goddamn it, this T-Rex can't move. We're gonna make that up with gore. You know, whatever we lack in dinosaur effects, we'll definitely make up with blood and guts.
Stupidest idea I've ever heard.
Oh, that was so bad.
He's like, bitch, don't you ever turn your back on a T-Rex.
But also, he was like,
now, so you get that, but then right when you're like, God damn, that was hardcore. Then it's followed up by something kind of silly and crazy. Like, look at this run right here. This little silly ass run. No, they gave that guy some boxes to run into because you could tell it has a body put over somebody's head, so they couldn't see. He couldn't see. So it's like, just run straight forward. We promise you have something to land on.
There it is. You see how he stopped? He got slowed down. He's like,
Yeah, he's like,
I don't feel no boxes, goddamn. I don't feel no boxes. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, that was probably you told me it was gonna be.
God damn it. Boxes had somewhere. And that dude, you see them hands were trying to feel for those boxes too.
He was too.
You see?
You're right. The hands go down, feeling for the pockets.
You know, it's followed by silly things like that, and then it's just followed by things I don't even think they meant to be comedic in the movie. Now we in there in Tyler Perry territory where they mean for things to kind of be dramatic or sad or moving, like the dinosaur looking at himself in a mirror right here. I'm hideous. Look away.
What have they done to me?
I will tell you, man, what they did was, and they could have done a better job at this. What they did was they just retold the story of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And they could have pushed that a little bit. Yeah, the mirror. Yeah, this like look at himself in the mirror. You know, because something like this, you could have done it. Like, he needs to see what he looks like, but he should have been walking by like a glass or something,
Right.
not picking up a mirror with them little ass rubber hands.
A vanity mirror. Yeah.
And if they had actually like been tried to do more of like their version of Frankenstein and played that up, then we probably would have had something.
They weren't going to pay for a big mirror.
Oh hell no, not some big glass. If they did, they just would have had the dinosaur run through it or something. But it's obviously a fake ass dinosaur. So what they could have done is they could have like Frankenstein him up, like put stitches on his neck.
Yeah.
You know, make it show parts that look mechanical, so we are thinking that this is a robot. They could have made this a straight up B movie, Robo-Rex or something. You know,
so many coulda, woulda, shouldas.
Oh, brother,
you touching on these? I'm like, are we gonna just pretend like all this other stuff doesn't exist?
No, we're not. Can't do it.
They could have made it more realistic and heartwarming.
Exactly. It's like, you know, there comes a time in your life where you almost gotta look at yourself like that dinosaur and say, "What the f am I saying? What was I thinking?
Where's that mirror? Let me put that up this
What was I thinking? Stupid. That whole part where he goes to the party, like you saw in the trailer, that is where the real carnage begins.
That's a bloodbath.
It is, man. That is a massacre. It is a massacre, man.
Is he doing a carry thing?
Going
back against people.
Oh no. He just goes there to find the bullies, and he targets it. Yeah. By the way, it's a big ass T-Rex hiding behind bushes and trees and shit. Yeah. Nobody sees him.
Nobody notices it.
But it is a bloodbath. It is carnage. They start by first of all killing Soul and Rhythm.
Oh hell no! That girl the pillar going off.
She goes like,
She did a steeple. She went. You know how she went. She's the only one that can kind of do some moves. They're gonna put her out front and center.
Well,
they put her ass out there.
You guys ever been to a party with white kids? I mean, they all kind of look like this.
This girl took some Molly before she got there. Because everybody dancing to their own song. But shit, she got her own band with her in her head. Look at that. She is gone, boy. Like everybody else, man. Everybody, like I said, everybody got their own song, but I can say everybody else is kind of listening to a groove.
Right.
That bitch is listening to a goddamn pop song.
Well, she showed up going, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I'm getting down.
Right. And you see that one part where she starts to do the running man, and then she stops. Oh, time for the move.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Look at this.
Hold on. 5, 6, 7.
Wait.
There it is. Oh,
yeah.
Was anybody looking at that?
You know,
These actors don't know how to dance.
Oh. Between her and the motherfucker that's too old to be at the party.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell no.
Goddamn John Belushi up here and shit.
in a 1942 album.
Yeah.
So you girls like to make out?
Yeah.
So do I.
Goddamn old member of Hell's Angels up here at this party. He's about to get arrested and shit. Look at him. He's
half-ass
riding the bicycle. Look riding the pony. Ride it. That pony.
I love the two girls who
My
aren't sure.
saddle. Waiting. Boy, these are some non-dancing motherfuckers over here, man. Everybody got their own shit going on.
The two lesbian girls can't really commit either.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Uh-huh. We'll just get close to each other. That's it.
We'll do this because these guys think it's hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's cock tease this old man, right?
Basically.
And I tell you though, this is it is a bloodbath here, man. The T-Rex goes off at this part, and they do have some cool kills that go on here, man. Some of the kills are actually straight out of a horror movie. Like there's no joke afterwards. Like these two dumbasses out of this car.
The blood's just squirting.
I know. Like they popped his eyeball out. You know what I like? I like the whole time they sitting there like, yeah, he'll never see us here.
Let's stick our heads out.
Yeah, stick our heads out. Hey, George, you don't think he's looking right at us, do you?
Nah,
no, man. Just
shut up, man. If you don't shut up, he will. Shut the f up.
The vision's based on moving.
Don't y'all know? Like what they say, if you don't move, the T-Rex can't see you.
Right.
Have you seen Jurassic Park? I see your ass under there.
Get your ass.
Yeah. T-Rex is business. I'm sorry for making fun of him. It give you a reason to make fun of him. They show you the goddamn wind-up toy that they got
floating off the ground.
Yeah.
Hey, man, they just cut Land of the Lost in there. Goddamn.
Land of the Lost had more movement than that.
Don't forget, $20 number 5 and the 7 to win.
Why was she trying to stay on the phone?
She's making a bet.
Yeah, betting on a horse.
Yeah. Or a dinosaur. But
She gonna finish that bet though, huh?
yeah,
She's an addict.
that goddamn seriously, people, this look like some shit with a spring on the side that you wind up and let it walk. There's the part too. Like some of these kills are cool, but then you see the aftermath of what they've done to the body, and it just looks stupid.
Feeling a little flat today, Carl.
This is incredible.
You know, I looked at this and I said, this is somebody they stepped on. The dinosaur stepped on. This fool was like when we watched the movie, I said, this is like a deflated sex doll right here.
Or a pig or something.
Yeah.
I guess that's a nurse.
Like, notice there's no skull around, anything, no brain.
Yeah, it's just nothing but just cartilage.
Just nothing but rubber.
And that's the nurse wrapping them up again?
And it's funny because the dude that they killed don't even look like that.
No.
He was black.
I do like some. Now I will tell you this. I do like some twist in the story elements here. I thought they did some cool things. Like one, they made sure. Like if you ever think that Paul Walker's gonna get his pretty little body back, that don't happen.
No,
they f***ed that body up. They abused that body, man.
And
it didn't help that they actually gave the body to the cheapest funeral home in the city. So cheap that even rats can get in your casket and loot your body. Rats like, get your ass back down here, bitch. I ain't done with you yet.
You're trying to eat over here.
Yeah, come here. That was just
gruesome.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole idea that, well, maybe we can get his body and put the brain back. Nah, they settled that right there.
Jeez.
Maggots crawling out of his eye sockets.
Yeah, Paul Walker is not getting that body back, man. They ain't getting it back at all. You know, so they don't. Yeah, that does put a little bit of tension on there. Like, okay, what's he gonna do? You know what? They can't because now he's got to stay in his body. What can they do? And you know what? You kind of at first you're worried for him, and then it's like, nah, f you, man. You're actually kind of racist. They find bodies for him. Like they find an Asian dude. They're like, f that, put that shit down.
He's short, but he's big. You know what I mean, Mike?
Oh.
No?
Too short.
But you can't have everything, honey.
They said, yeah, because he's Asian. He's too short down there. Movie don't give a shit, man. Every stereotype.
Dick's
remember,
too small.
Yeah. Remember, this is the 90s, y'all. When you can get away with shit like that.
Smells like egg rolls.
But the end of the movie, I'll just say this. Poor Denise Richards, she loses old Michael the T-Rex. She loses him. She doesn't have him anymore. So, but
she starts doing porn.
She's so no. The thing is, she's so distraught that she turns into a teenage stripping cam girl.
Oh, I was joking.
No.
Oh shit.
No. When we were watching the movie, I said, "Is she a cam girl?" And everybody like, and then it's like, "Oh, she is." That's the thing, man. She's just not doing any kind of because it'd be disturbing enough that she's a teen cam girl, but she's stripping and dancing in front of the camera for Paul Walker's brain.
Yeah.
She is so into this dude that she can't even go out and find a whole man. She's like, you know what? I love this guy so much. I'll just take the brain.
I think it's just her feeling guilty because she was the catalyst for all this happening.
Yeah.
But you know, a month into this, she's like, I can't keep doing this.
I can't keep doing this.
Enough of this.
You can see how disturbed she is right now. Look at her. She don't want to do this shit for real. Yeah. She don't want to do this shit. And she's stripping for Paul Walker, Michael, character in the movie, for his brain. And the funny thing is that I don't know what pleasure she's getting from this, but somehow the brain is able to jack off and have a brain-gasm.
I'm gonna screw your brains out of you.
Oh my God. And he sounds so aggressive too. Go on!
So that way he can feel at this point.
If that brain had a hell of an orgasm, though.
What a downer ending, too.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
It is. It really is.
Like his body is destroyed. And
his body's fed to rats and maggots. She's got some kind of Stockholm syndrome with him. She can't.
And he's just a brain in a jar. Like, okay, he just came, but it's okay. What happens now?
Yeah.
What's the rest of his life?
Yeah, it's a man. If you think about it, it's a dark ass ending for this goofy ass movie right here.
And then, yeah, I mean, like, it seems like they're playing it like you're supposed to laugh and go like, "Oh, how funny that is!"
No,
like, there ain't nothing funny about that.
He really didn't deserve to die.
He didn't deserve that. And she's disturbed.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's crazy.
She don't mess
And
around and
her,
be like,
her parents are just kind of letting this happen.
right?
Yeah, her parents are because her parents are drunk.
They let the bullies.
Yeah,
know,
kill him.
Yeah, what happens when the bullies come back now?
I didn't even
Throw
think
the
about that.
brain and then the
No, but the bullies can't come back because the bullies are dead.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
right. They're dead.
Yeah, you saw him make lunch meat out the
That's
lunch.
right. He ate them all.
Yeah, that motherfucker butchered them, man. Yeah, no bullies are taken care of, man. They ain't got to worry about them no more. They can live in peace for now.
Yeah,
as
pieces of brain.
peaceful as
Yeah.
peaceful as this can be. The doctor in this, I forgot the doctor's name, Dr. Wachenstein, or some seriously, some Witchenstein or some shit like that. See, Stein is at the end of it. They are doing a Frankenstein thing.
Okay.
But the doctor's played by Terry Kaiser, who, by the way, is way too horny in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Either he violated this actress and she couldn't say shit, or they were, and they just brought it into the movie.
Oh, you are an angel, Helga.
And he's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Like, hey man, don't make me a witness to this shit. And it don't stop there. Like, I really think that these two
just grabbed the titties for no reason.
Yeah.
I think that these two were actually like they were having a fling on the set.
I will even hook up the libido section when it's our turn.
Like, that's my vagina.
I honestly think that he ad-libbed those things.
So he could just do it.
So
yeah,
he just
because he's
copy
like,
deals?
well, it's part of the character.
Yeah.
You're the sex pot and I'm the crazy doctor.
Yeah, come on now.
Let's shoot this 200 more times.
I'm just doing my job, girl. You might know this. He is the dead guy, Bernie, in Weekend at Bernie's.
Really?
Hi, Bernie. Hey, Bernie, just like last week, huh?
Doesn't anyone realize he's dead?
Well, if you want to smart a movie, yeah, they would. Nobody would buy this shit. You walking around a dead body all day like this.
Got him? On the boat!
Shit, the police would pull you. They would pull up to you in a minute.
See, that's the mannequin connection because Andrew McCarthy is in both of those movies.
Okay, that's what it is then. Another bit of interesting casting going on. The movie also has Pedro from Napoleon
that's
Dynamite,
right.
who is the smartest person in the movie.
Are you double cheese pepperoni?
Out of here.
This shit.
I'm getting out this way from the dinosaur and this movie.
And it's set.
Yeah. I think with this movie, I heard that there is that they realized that it's two different tones. So I heard that there's a PG version or PG-13 version of it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that there's a PG-13, and that's why we were thrown off because we thought we had the PG-13 version. There is a rated R version on Shudder that you can watch, and this is the version that I have. But I did not know. I thought for sure we had the PG-13 version. I told everybody that, and that's why we were all like,
Throwing up and
But I will say, man, it is fun to watch like all these movies. If you like bad movies, I mean that's the thing. It can't be just any bad movie. You like bad movies that are weird,
Yeah.
that are unpredictable.
They got to have an angle.
Yeah, they do. They have to have very much an angle, and this does.
It's got several.
It is its own thing. I would tell you that much. We're trying to get to. I'll put this up first. We're trying to get to 2,500 subscribers before May ends, and we need to reach that. That is what we need to have to keep the business going.